So how do intelligent, self-aware people stay stuck in the same emotional loop for years, knowing that it is hurting them? To me, I feel like it's because intelligence isn't actually the superpower. Thinking is actually the superpower. See, most of us confuse emotional awareness with wisdom. And we think just because we can feel deeply that we're evolving. And that's not necessarily the case. Feeling deeply without thinking clearly is what keeps us trapped in the same situation with better vocabulary. But what I have learned is that your emotions are loyal. They are loyal to what's familiar. They are loyal to attachment. They will get you attached to people that you know are not any good for you. They are loyal to what feels known, even if it's harmful. And for some examples, and no judgment here, but that's why people stay in abusive relationships. That's why some of us stay broke. That's why people stay loyal to identities that are suffocating the hell out of them. See, emotions don't ask us, is this healthy? They ask, is this familiar? But thinking asks different questions. To me, thinking creates distance. Thinking interrupts the spell. Thinking says, wait, let me step outside of this for a moment. You know, a question that I ask all the time to my members that breaks down the barriers of thinking versus emotions. I ask them all the time, if this was your daughter or your son going through the exact same thing that you were going through, what advice would you give them? And instantly, the answer becomes crystal clear for them. Because at this point, you're thinking instead of feeling. At the point of feeling, your heart is involved. Your ego is involved. Your fear is involved. But when you're using your mind and when you're thinking, but your clear thinking can see exits when your emotions refuse to acknowledge them. This to me is emotional intelligence at its finest. And listen, let's not get this misconstrued. Emotions aren't bad. Emotions are like information or data. They can tell you when things hurt, but thinking tells you what to do about it. As an example, emotions can alert you to the fire, right? But thinking can get you out of the burning building. So with that being said, sometimes the most loving thing that you can do for yourself is stop asking, how do I feel about this? And start asking, what does this cost me if I stay? And that's not cold and it's not heartless. That is intelligence working with wisdom. And that is the superpower most of us never activate.